Hi guys, today I'm going to be showing you how you can zoom in and out of your footage using Premiere Pro. It is quite straightforward once you know how, but can be a little bit of a learning curve when you start using things like Premiere Pro. So with all that said, if I get into this and you find it useful and informative, smash the like button, subscribe for more, and let's get started. Okay guys, so let's jump right into this video here. So we have the intro that I did for this video, and I'm going to show you guys how I kind of gradually zoom out of this frame, and I'll also reverse that and show you how to actually zoom in as well. Okay, so it's actually quite straightforward, like I mentioned on the intro, right? But it kind of is a little bit buried. So the first thing you need to do, and obviously I'm going to assume that you already have some kind of things laid out in Premiere Pro, okay? But if we come on over to the effects control, if you can't find it, you can go over to window, and inside here you will find the effects control. Okay, it should have a tick next to it and it should be on your screen somewhere. Okay, and this is where we basically control the keyframes for the video. Okay, now if we come over and click on the footage here that's on the timeline, you can see that we have a few things by default. Now I've expanded and collapsed some of these, but if you collapse everything, it would look something like this here, provided you haven't got a load of effects already on your footage. Okay, now what we want is the motion area just here, and there's two pieces of motion that are really important to us. It's the position and the scale. Okay, now in my videos, when I have my intros, I like to zoom out. Okay, that means that I have my keyframes at 100% scale and 1920 by 1080 for a 1080 screen, set at the very end of the clip. And then at the beginning, I have my zoom in keyframes, okay? Now in this tutorial, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some keyframes right in the middle. Now at the default position here is that there's this little stopwatch, a little toggle animation button. Okay, they are off by default. Okay, now when I click them, what it does is it adds keyframes directly into our frame just here. Okay, and what that does is it basically puts in the 100% scale, the 1920 and 1080 key markers at that particular frame within the video. Okay, now if I go ahead and bring this over to the beginning here and I adjust the keyframes, I normally like to do 140% on the scale, and then just click and drag down the position of the verticals and the horizontals until I'm center in the frame. Okay, then I can play this back and you'll get this kind of zoom out view. Of course, I've got audio on this. I'm going to mute myself whilst we go ahead and do that. So you'll see this kind of coming back out and it's zooming out, right? But this is just using your standard linear keyframes. Now you can highlight those two at the beginning, right click them, come down to this temporal interpolation, I can't even say the word, and we can go to ease out. Okay, so you should always start with ease out at the beginning and then you ease in on these second keyframes over here. So we'd come down here to the temporal, we'd go to ease in. Now what that does is it changes the speed in which we are basically seeing this zoom out effect. Okay, so it starts off more gradual and then speeds up as we get towards the end there. You can start to see that really kind of ramping up. Okay, so this is something that I don't typically tend to do. I much prefer to actually just have them as linear myself, but that would be what you would do. You would ease out towards easing in, okay, and then you could reverse those as well. Okay, so for example, if we wanted to, we could, now we have this kind of zooming out. If we wanted to zoom in on the second half, we would basically need to copy these keyframes. I can highlight them both, right click on them, copy them, right click and paste them. Okay, and then over this side, I can have a repeat of those other keyframes at the very beginning here, or I can change the scale. So if I wanted to, I can maybe make it 150% on the scale, and then I just adjust the positioning of the camera accordingly, and I get new keyframes. So if I wanted to, I can right click on the beginning ones, and then go down to the temporal interpolation. We can go to easing out to start with. The second set, we can then go to easing in. Okay, and then on the next set, we would go ahead and ease those two out. And then on the very last ones at the end here, we would ease in again. Okay, and so this particular way, if we can now see it's slow at the beginning and then speeds up as we get closer to the easing in, Okay, and then we're going to get the same approach, but in reverse when we actually hit the second set of keyframes. So now it starts off slower and then speeds up as we get closer to that zooming in function. Okay, and so guys, I think that really does kind of cover it here, because all you are doing here is adding keyframes for the scale and the position as to where you want them. Now, the other thing that's worth noting here is that you have to have a kind of duplication within those keyframes, right? Because if you just go straight from, let's say, 140 over here to 100% and then straight to 150%, there's no pause, there's no gap in the middle, right? If I delete these ones off, these additional two, it basically just goes straight from that one straight into the next one. And sometimes that's not exactly what you want. You want to actually have a bit of a pause in the middle. And to do that, all you would do is you would basically copy those keyframes, paste them in. Obviously we would change those from easing in to easing out at the beginning here, and then you would end up with this pause in the middle where there's no zooming going on until those next set of keyframes kick in, where it starts slow and then speeds up towards the end. Now, of course, you could do it the other way if you wanted to, ease in to easing out, but ultimately, I think for the most part, when it comes to YouTube videos, we are all typically looking for easing out to easing in. But like I say, I don't typically do it. I like the linear look myself, but that ultimately is how you would go ahead and approach zooming in and out using Premiere Pro. Okay guys, so it's as easy as that to actually zoom in and out of your footage using Premiere Pro. Now, if you found this useful, informative, smash that like button, subscribe for more hints and tips, and I'll catch you in the next one.